So, what is the most interesting job you've had, and what made it so?
So the most interesting job I had was a few years ago when I worked in one of Budapest's independent theaters. And I worked in this quite interesting big production, and I worked as an interpreter from a
Hmm.
choreographer from the UK. Um, and this production involved like a lot of like dance and like acrobatics and stuff like that. So some of the acrobats were actually children who did not speak very good English, and some of the
Mm.
actors, dancers, uh, weren't proficient enough. So I was the choreographer's interpreter, and this was super interesting because I do know about theater and theater productions, but I don't
Hmm.
know, or it actually I did not used to know much about dance, contemporary dance, stage dance. So there was a lot of vocabulary I had to pick up, and it wasn't just that, but when I was her interpreter, I also sort of had to become her because
Hmm.
you kind of have to, I don't know, mimic the personality of the person you're interpreting for. So this was definitely a very, very challenging, tiring job, but it
Hmm.
was one of the most interesting jobs I've ever had.
Great. So, on that theme, then, what makes the job attractive to you?
So, creativity would definitely be the number one thing that I mention. Money these days is also something that does attract me, but most of all, I think creativity and independence in my position. So
Hmm.
now I work as a content creator or a designer. I edit videos. I design e-learning courses.
Hmm.
So what I really enjoy about this job is it's mostly like 95% working from home.
Hmm.
And in terms of time management, again, let's say 90%, I'm my own boss. Obviously, I
Hmm.
do have a boss, but as long as the deadlines are met and everything is going smoothly, communication wise, and so on and so forth, I decide when my working hours are.
Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, so if you had the opportunity to turn back the clock, what career might you have followed and why? So obviously you don't have to go back to the age of 18, but sometime in the
Hmm.
past.
If I had the opportunity to turn back the clock, I don't think I would have done or would do like massive changes
Hmm.
in terms of decisions because I really very much enjoyed my university years. I would
Hmm.
probably, if I had the chance, I would probably stick to um, studying something related to languages or
Hmm.
linguistics.
Hmm.
Um, Maybe choose a different language, maybe become a classicist, choose
Hmm.
ancient Greek or something like that.
Hmm.
Um, but ultimately something very similar.